Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sam Roberts Wrestling Podcast. Introducing your host from New York, here is Sam Roberts.
Let's talk about the cruiserweights. On 205 Live, it gets announced that in order to figure out what's to be done with the Cruiserweight Championship, there's going to be a general manager put in to 205 Live. So the question is, what is going to happen with this division? Because the whole thing seems snake bit. TJ is the first Cruiserweight champion. It doesn't really work out. He doesn't connect with the fans. He's got to deal with Fire TJ signs in the crowd. You know, the whole thing is just, it doesn't work out. Cruiserweight tournament in general was kind of snake bit when you got like Zack Sabre Jr. and Ibushi and people in this tournament, like the big names besides TJ, not signing to WWE, just coming for the Cruiserweight Classic. To start a division, you know, you go. Then you got Brian Kendrick, who gets injured. Neville, who apparently leaves the company. You got like you go down Rich Swann, who had his legal troubles. You go down the list, and there's been nothing but trouble in this 205 Live division. So the question is, what do you do with it? Austin Aries is gone. He would have been a huge asset, but he's gone. He's doing his indie bookings. He's doing really well. So what do you do? I think that the only thing you can do is name a general manager. If I were going to name a general manager at 205 Live, you go one of two ways. Either bring somebody in for star power or give it to Drew Gulak, because Drew Gulak has been gold. And I would probably lean on giving it to Drew Gulak. Star power, because, I mean, he's just amazing. In terms of star power, I think that needs to be injected into the division. I think you do whatever you can to get Neville back on 205 Live. You do whatever you can to get Neville back in good graces with WWE. You get him back on TV. You need Neville for that division. He's just so good. And after you get Neville back, you immediately push Ricochet right onto 205 Live. He knows what he's doing already. He's been wrestling for years. He should be wrestling as, the Ricochet style. You can change his name if you want to. That doesn't bother me at all. But I think you have to put Ricochet on 205 Live, Tuesday. Next week, he's got to be on 205 Live. You might even put him in the Royal Rumble just to get people excited. But Ricochet has to enter into 205 Live right now. And the next battle for the Cruiserweight Championship has to be between Neville and Ricochet, because that will garner interest in this brand that was really struggling and relying on the star power of Enzo Amore. So that's what I would do to try to salvage 205 Live and make it better. Some people are saying super crazy for GM of 205 Live. Billy Kidman. I saw that name. That is a good idea, Billy Kidman, because I don't know if he's charismatic enough to pull off general manager. He might be, I don't know, but it would be a good choice because he was a cruiserweight. James Ellsworth for GM, I think, is a great idea. Aries was wasted on 205 Live. Now, some people are saying that they don't like the idea of Ricochet being on 205 Live. They want him on NXT. I understand that you want the best for Ricochet, but you need to put stars on 205 Live. 205 Live is in desperate need of stars. And by the way, if Ricochet is on 205 Live, that means we're seeing Ricochet matches on Raw. That means we're going to turn on Monday Night Raw and see Ricochet on Raw right away. And I know that 205 Live is not the most popular thing right now, but if you get the right guys over there and you can garner some interest, you really can make it better. And I think if wrestling fans know that Neville and Ricochet are battling for the Cruiserweight title, like that's the main rivalry going on 205 Live, they're going to be attracted to the show. Because just thinking about it, I'm psyched up about the show. That's what I would do. That's what I would do with the Cruiserweight division, is immediately bring up Ricochet and do whatever I could. Just do everything. Whatever Neville wants, give it to him. Re-release the WrestleMania DVD with his match on it, if that's what he wants. Whatever you need, you got it. Because I need Neville and Ricochet fighting each other. Especially if they ever want to take that show on the road. That's what you got to do. But again, Drew Gulak's general manager, Ricochet and Neville as your main event at 205 Live.